back to the Conch Economist. I'm Merle Denbath, and we are continuing our series of programs on buying a home in 2026. I'm directing this mainly to first-time home buyers, but other home buyers may find it helpful also. That's our goal here, is to make you a very good home buyer in 2026. I bought my first home when I was 26 years old, and I bought it from the owner of the house. It was an existing home. I was a for sale by owner. It's my first home. I was married. I had two small children, and we had lived in apartments prior to that time, and so this was our first home. We assumed an existing FHA mortgage, and I've mentioned in my previous programs that one of the things that the president could do, in addition to some of the things that he has already directed to help home buyers, is to make all FHA and VA mortgages assumable. My first mortgage that I had was assumable. I could assume the mortgage that was already on the property. But whether you're buying from the owner or you're working through a realtor, and I've talked earlier about the importance of working with the listing agent. That was in one of my earlier programs. I've had experience in buying new homes, existing homes, having homes built. So I want to share some of these things with you. And today we're going to be talking about finding a motivated seller. There are a lot of homes for sale on the market, and the sellers of these homes have a variety of motivations, and we need to identify which ones are most conducive to really helping you get your first home. First of all, the first home is probably not going to be your last home. My first home, I was there for 2 years, then got a better job offer and moved, and first home. So don't be worrying about buying your dream home or your forever home. The important thing is to get into a home where you can start building some equity and taking advantages of the many tax benefits that come with home ownership. The first category of homeowner that will have a property on the market is what I would call those who are willing to sell. They're willing to sell if you'll come along and pay their high price. And you can identify this type of home seller by the pattern that is already exhibited. For example, how long has the property been on the market? And they've had no price reductions. They probably don't even have an open house. It's probably listed. And the objective here is to basically get a windfall. This is not the kind of home buyer, a home seller that you're looking for. The second group is a group that I would call sellers that want to sell. Now, there's a little more motivation here. They're not facing some type of dire consequence if they don't sell right away, but maybe as a result of the family getting larger, they would like to get a larger house. Maybe it doesn't have to be done this month or this year, but in the near future, they would like to maybe get a larger house. Or maybe they're empty nesters. So the family has left and they want to downsize. Again, not a critical, urgent motivation, but a desirable one that can be worked with. Or maybe the income has increased and the business is doing well, and so they want to maybe get a larger home, maybe get the home with the pool, or get the home on the golf course or something. And so there's a desire here to kind of upgrade their standard of living. So these are people who I would describe who want to sell. Then there's the group that I think you want to really focus on. This is the group that has to sell. And very often you can tell this motivation by the condition of the house. Is it empty? There is nothing that is more motivating to a home seller than to have a house sitting empty. There's no tenant in there. There's no owner in there. The house is empty, but yet the mortgage still has to be paid. Taxes still have to be paid. Utilities still have to be paid. Insurance has to be paid. The place has to be maintained. And this is a cash drain that nobody likes. And there can be a variety of reasons why a situation would exist like this. For example, maybe there was a death. Maybe there was a divorce. Maybe they bought too much house and they can't afford it anymore, and there's foreclosure possibilities or bankruptcy possibilities. There can be many reasons that can put people in a situation where they have to sell. Now, you can tell this condition usually by, number one, the house is empty. Not always, but very often this is a good indication. Have there been price reductions? If you're really motivated to sell, sometimes even in the ad it'll say motivated seller, or I love the expression improved price. This is an expression for lower price. But usually there has been some price reductions. And this is the kind of seller that you can identify. Sometimes you can get information about motivations by looking at the legal notices in the newspaper. Sometimes divorce proceedings are published in the paper under legal notices, bankruptcies, foreclosures, death notices. There's a lot of public information that is sometimes printed in newspapers or elsewhere regarding a condition that would improve the chances of your making a very good deal in purchasing that house. So remember, those who are willing to sell, don't waste your time. Concentrate on those who want to sell or who have to sell. And there are the ways that I've just indicated of how to identify this. In my next program, I will develop some guidelines as to how to make an offer. But I would close in just reminding you that this is your first home is not necessarily your last home. You're probably not going to be there very long. And so think modestly. The important thing is to get in. Make your first purchase of a home, regardless of whatever your age is. There are so many tax advantages to home ownership that you need to take advantage of this. Well, that concludes our program for today, and I'm wishing you the best of success in 2026 on buying your first home.